What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Spur here. We're back at it in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and we're going to be reflying our second jet flight we ever made in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Anyway, hope you're all having a great, a great Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. I lost it for a minute. A great Wednesday, and having a good middle of your week here. So anyway, this was a flight. You know, we got Microsoft Flight Simulator right when it came out, the day it came out. This was the third flight we made. The second video we did, the first video was doing a little flying around Atlanta, Georgia in the Cessna 172. The second video we did was in the Citation flying from Amarillo down to DFW. So it's been many months since the release of the sim, and we're going to refly that route. A lot of things have changed since then, right? The first time I flew it was straight stock Microsoft. We had no mods, very little knowledge of it, a lot of bugs. So we're going back and revisiting it all these months out. We are using the working title mod and the G1000 mod. And I think that's it for this flight. Anyway, let's get at it. We're in the plane, we'll do external view. We got everything set up and ready to go as far as takeoff, so let's hop out of the airplane. All right, we'll hop out of the airplane, get ready to go. All right, make sure our flight controls look good, because I had some issues with that. I've had some issues where I pull back on the stick and I would get nose down instead of nose up. Everything seems to be working and looking good here. So we've got like 50 bazillion ground crew here waiting on us. I don't know what's up with that. Let's go ahead and crack the throttle, knock the brakes off. We're not going to worry about a pushback. We're just going to go with this. Come on. We're going to try to squeeze between these guys because they don't care. They're just kind of mulling about here. You see that a lot in simming, right? Like they all the time wanting to stand around and not do anything. So yeah, we're at Rick Husband International Airport in Amarillo. Yeah, it's kind of like it a little bit. I've been there a few times. So yeah, it's got the runways and the ramp and stuff like that, a few buildings, but it's by no means accurate. This dude, I don't know what he's doing here. Got some traffic coming in to land, so that's cool. It's not a bad flight. It's really not. Amarillo to DFW is not a bad flight. It's relatively quick. It's two good airports, and should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun to kind of revisit it and see how things have changed. There we go. November 337 Whiskey Romeo. Or 337 Whiskey Romeo. Looks like a A320, right? I'm really looking forward to the new AI mod that's coming out, where they're going to have the correct aircraft. They're going to introduce new aircraft models into the sim for AI aircraft. So if you see a 777 landing, it'll be a 777. If you see a 75 landing, it'll be a 75. They'll be the actual correct models. Hopefully. I hope that's not going to wind up being vaporware. It doesn't seem like it, but I've been following it on the forums. It does seem really cool. All right, let's ease her to a stop here at the end of runway 22, take care of a few things, and we'll be good to go. All right, parking brakes set. All right, so first thing we need to see about is go ahead and get our nav lights on, our strobe, taxi off, landing on. Belts and safety, and looks like we're good on everything else, I do believe.
This time, please comply with the illuminated seat belt and no smoking signs.
Make sure there's no traffic coming. That looks good. Got takeoff flaps set. Everything's good to go on the autopilot, which should be good. All right, so the first difference on this flight today is the fact that we will not be using ATC. I learned very quickly in my flights in Microsoft that, come on, let's go. There we go. Learned very quickly that ATC sucks in Microsoft. It's just simple as that, and I don't think it'll ever get any better. Like it's a hard nut to crack. You know, there's a lot to it. And I don't think you're ever going to see any like really spectacular AI ATC. So we're going to go with it without it. We did it last time. You always get like lots of really weird call outs and stuff like that. Ooh, some lag. I don't know what that was about. Really weird call outs and stuff like that. So we're not bothering with ATC. All right, let's go ahead and open throttle, get rolling. All right, everything's looking good. Go ahead and rotate. And we're up. All right, pause the rate, gear up. Keep climbing out. Had a little bit of a crosswind, but nothing horrible, nothing too bad. I think it's about, what, like 9 knots or something like that, maybe 12. All right, let's go ahead and get flaps up. And as soon as we get a little bit higher, we'll hit the autopilot. Very nice, beautiful Amarillo. Still love the scenery. Now I will say performance has gotten better since that second video I did. Performance has most definitely improved for me. I think it's gotten a lot more stable. I still see, you know, issues here and there. We're running just a little shy of 50 frames per second. Not horrible. The coherent GT draw is a lot better. That was always in the trash for us in the past. We'll look at it in the cockpit here. Yeah, it's still good. It's still good. I mean, it's really not that bad. It seems to have stabilized a lot. So that's looking better. You know, performance is better. We don't bother with ATC anymore. And let's see, we're fixing to bust 10K here in just a second. And let's go ahead and hit our altitude. We'll keep climbing. We're going to cruise at flight level 290. Let's do that. And let's go ahead and get this set on nav mode. All right, so we're through 10K. We level out at about 11. We're going to continue our climb up to flight level 290. Let's pull that back 240 because I think the SOP says, I'm almost certain it said the climb was best at 240 knots. So let's go ahead and set this to 290. There we go. And I think that all looks good. And our heading, we need to, we'll turn on course here and do heading mode. And we need to change our map as well. Let's get that taken care of. Be a little better. Okay, I think we're good. We need to head 111 on course. So we'll do that. We'll let it turn on our own and then we'll do nav mode. There we go. All right, we should be good. Beautiful, beautiful panhandle scenery. Looks amazing. There's Rick Husband out in the distance there. Used to be formerly Amarillo Air Force Base. Downtown Amarillo back over here. Trade winds there. We should really be more towards Canyon. Yeah, we're flying over Canyon now on our departure, so that's pretty cool. You see the transition, the change between the lower res ground texture and the high fidelity stuff over here, but still not bad. There you go, Paladero Canyon right here, the Grand Canyon of the East. Very nice. All right, hop back in the plane. Hey, look at there, the absolutely gorgeous Paladero Canyon down below. It's actually the second largest canyon in the United States. I don't think a lot of people realize that, but it is. It's really kind of odd because it's really incredibly flat here in the panhandle, and then you have this big canyon. So we level out at flight level 290, pretty much, or close to it, just about. So we'll have to watch our airspeed, start pulling that back just a tad as we level out. a ton of things has changed in this plane with the working title mod. What's that stuff there? I forgot about the lights, so we went through 10K. A ton of things have changed, and I'll be honest, a ton of things have changed since the last time I've flown this plane. There's been another update. I'm not sure if I'm tracking FMS right now. I've got it set to there you go, that's on VOR. That's FMS. It looks like we should be good with that. I'm not 100% certain on it though. We got LNAV going again. Yaw damper is on. Yes, okay. So we're good with that. We've got our flight director up. I've noticed the working title mod has come with a huge PDF manual as well. So I would have to take some time to read through it, to be honest. I mean, really will. All right, so we just crossed Mdano. That's going to be the beginning of our arrival into DFW. We're doing the Victory 2 arrival. Mdano transition out of Amarillo. Everything is landing to the south right now. I think the winds are out of 190 at 9 knots. So we crossed Mdano. There's no constraints associated with it. Our next waypoint, Belfour, Belfour. We need to cross between flight level 300 and 240 and 290 knots. We're cruising at 290 right now, so we'll probably do, I'll do like, I don't know, 25, 26, somewhere in there. And that's what we'll hit that for. And then we'll have hull at or above 230, 290 knots. Letton at 190 to 17,000, 290 knots. Zubov at 13,000 to 16,270 knots, and a Victory 11 to 10, 250 knots. And then we won't worry about them the following waypoints, but here we are. I think that is Highway 287, maybe. Got some kind of airport down below us too. Really cool. Beautiful, beautiful sceneries. Absolutely, my favorite part of the whole sim is the scenery. It just looks absolutely amazing. And this photorealistic textures, ground textures, make all the difference in the world. As far as like being able to pick things out and navigate. So it's not the highest quality, you can tell. In this area, you know, it varies a lot, but it still looks really, really nice. There's that airport again. I need to get little nav map back active again. I need to get that up and running so I can kind of follow along in the game and figure out where we're at. I had it running before and I let some things get out of date. I need to update it. All right, so we're back. I managed to get little nav map up and running, actually. I didn't need to update it to get it to work, even though it is out of date. It does need some updates, but we're cruising along. We're coming up on Wichita Falls, Texas. We're following along behind a SkyWest Flight 302. It keeps zooming out, though. I don't understand why it keeps zooming out on me. I was zooming in to take a look around, and it automatically zooms back out. So maybe that's part of me needing to update it. But anyway, we're following behind SkyWest Flight 3202 to DFW. He's at 25,000 feet. He should be like right in front of us just a little bit. I don't see him, and I don't see him in the game. That might be him right there, actually. I think it is. That could very well be him. Yeah, because he's going to be a little bit below us, so yeah, that'll be him. All right, and then we got a few other aircraft coming in. We got a Southwest coming in. Yeah, there he is. There's the Southwest Flight. And there should be another SkyWest back over this way as well. I don't see him. Yeah, I don't. He's at 23,000 feet. So there's several of us like right here together, which is pretty cool. All right, so we definitely need to watch this guy in front of us. Let's hop back in the plane and let's go ahead and pull the speed back. And we'll descend down to 2.6. I think 2.6 was the number I had in my head that I wanted to do. So we'll do that. And we'll hit flight level change. And let her do her thing. Set this for 290 as well. Yeah, there's, you know, I'll be honest, the first time I flew this plane, when I did that video way back then, I did not know about flight level change. Like, that was completely foreign to me, and I think that was foreign to a lot of pilots. Really cool seeing SkyWest out there. I can't wait until it's the actual correct aircraft that you're supposed to see. That's going to be absolutely awesome. So, yeah, I didn't know, you know, honestly, I just didn't know much about it. And, now I do. I mean, that helps immensely. So, wow, we're all right. 260. That's cool. All right, so Letton, we need to cross him up at. Well, let's see. What was it? Belfer, Letton. See, it's. There's Hull. Okay, Hull. We got to cross Hull at flight level 230 or above. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and come on down just a little bit further. All right, the one thing about this plane that really makes it so difficult is just the lack of the auto throttle. Like, you really, really have to be on the ball and pay attention to your airspeed and make sure that you hit your constraints the way you're supposed to. So anyway, we got to hit Letton at 190 to 17,290 knots as well. Let's see, we're by Hull, so yeah, let's go ahead and descend to 17,000. Let's get her on down. All right, so we just flew over Wichita Falls. We're coming up on Victory now. We got to cross it between 10 11,000 feet, 250 knots. So that's what we're looking at. Things are starting to get like really, really busy on this approach, or I should say on this arrival here. I'm still having a hard time getting it to track the FMS. It came off the route for some reason. I'm not sure. Something has changed in the latest update that I am not. Evidently, I'm doing wrong or not doing something correctly, and it's not wanting to track the route. So I've got it in heading mode now, and we seem to be doing a little bit better that way, but we're heading for Victory. And you know what, let's go ahead and pull the power back so we can go ahead and descend a little bit more. This need to be at least at 11K. Nice view out the window there, North Texas. Very nice. Lost our SkyWest. I don't know where he went. I'll have to look on a little nav map in just a second and see where he's at.
Altitude.
There we go. All right, we're coming up on 10K, so that's looking good. All right, so we crossed Victory between 10 and 11K, 250 knots. We can go ahead and close this page out. I'm looking at the profile on AirNav. So we got Victory, then we got Z-Man between 9 and 7,000 feet, 250 knots. So that'll be our next one. Oh, look at there, Envoy. Crossing right in front of us. That's really cool. Absolutely. Let's see if I see. Oh yeah, I see him. Yeah, I see him. Absolutely, there he is. Looking at him on a little nav map. I guess he's out of, I guess OMO is that Omaha, maybe? And the SkyWest has gotten a little bit ahead of us. Okay, so we're by Victory. We're heading for Z-Man. Let's go ahead and see about that descent here. Let's see, Z-Man at 9 to 7. There's a lot of stuff going on. For single pilot operation, it is most definitely a lot going on. Do flight level change, pull power back. We got a little bit slow, so we need to pick the speed up just a tad here. I couldn't imagine like doing single pilot operation into a major airport like this. Like, I really think you would need someone with you, right? To kind of help share the workload. Just seems like a ton of stuff going on at one time. Beautiful day though. Beautiful day for a flight down into DFW. It looks absolutely amazing. Not a cloud in the sky. Let's go ahead and change our heading up just a tad here. Yeah, I don't know why it's not tracking the FMS. This is completely foreign to me. I've never had this problem before, so it's probably something that's changed with the update that I'm not doing. I got it to. I got to go into direct mode and just hit direct the point, and then it did it, but it's not doing it this time. I don't know why. I really don't. We got a discontinuity here we'll have to take out as well. Let's grab him. Go to previous. It won't let me move it up. May have to go direct after the vector. Yeah, there's a lot more stuff I need to read up on now. I mean, it changes a lot over time. You know, that's the thing about it. These updates are coming out and changing things up, and just when you kind of think you get comfortable with it and know it, then things change and you have to figure out something else. So Pulp at 5,230 knots is our next one. As soon as we cross Z-Man. Alright, there we go. Let's go down to 5K. Go ahead and hit flight level change so she can get started. And that, and then take the airspeed down to 230 knots as well. And let's pop some speed brake as well, so it'll slow her down, because what happens in flight level change is when you manipulate the speed, like if you want the plane to slow down, or if you select a slower speed, the plane is going to keep the nose up, even though you're wanting it to descend. It's going to keep the nose up until it captures that speed, and then it lowers the nose and descends. So by dropping the, or popping the speed brakes, it'll help that. And we need to make a turn on course too. I keep forgetting that. There we go. Alright, let's get the speed brakes back in. I think we're looking good here.
May I have your attention, please? At this time, please comply with the illuminated seat belt and no smoking signs. Thank you.
Alright, so we need to hit our initial approach specs for the arrival for 18 right. Is going to be Ickle. We need to hit it at 4K or above. And Legre at 3,000. Needy at 2,400. It's a beautiful day. We're not going to really bother with the ILS. We're just going to fly this visually.
Altitude.
All right, coming up on 5,000, 230 knots. That's looking good. Getting ready to pass over Denton here, so that's cool. It's neat having up a little nav map and kind of being able to follow along and see like what communities you're flying over and the landmarks on the ground as far as like how you're making the arrival. All right, we're leveled out. We gotta take it down to 4K now. Do that. Flight level change. Pull power back. Let her descend at 230. Really need to get this zoomed in now. It keeps telling me adjust map zoom, but I can't quite like get what I need to make that happen. There we go, that's a little better there. All right, let's exit out of that. And we're gonna tell her to pull our speed back a little bit more. And we're not going to worry about the discontinuity since we're doing everything on heading mode. We're not going to bother with that. We'll let her fly. We'll fly it in with heading mode the rest of the way. Wow, there's a lot of aircraft coming into DFW right now. Got an American behind us, another American, another envoy. And it looks like they're cutting those guys off the corner, like they're just flying them towards Eichel. We'll do that. We'll just kind of follow along. I'm watching them on a little nav map. Get her down to 210 knots. That should be good. All right, welcome to the Metroplex. Looking gorgeous as usual. I've done a lot of flying into Metroplex as far as this, so it's always really cool. You know what? Let's do that. So at least it looks a little better, and we'll have that discontinuity up on the screen. Yeah, let's add a little power in. We slow her up. You know, let's try to keep her around 210. We're in there. And we need to make our turn now. Go towards Johan. Johan, let's take her on down to 3K. And we'll hit flight level change as well. And I think I have the field in sight. Yes, I do. Field's in sight. There we go. Now, last time we flew this trip, we did it with ATC, and they had us coming in all kind of janky. Like, we were really... they had us come in high and fast, so... Yeah, let's go back. There we go, got American 396 ahead of us. You know, I didn't even think of the altimeter for DFW. Things are going by like so incredibly fast. It's insane. 3018 is the altimeter. If we can get it there before we get too close in here. There we go. Okay, we're good now. I think we're good. Our speed on back just a little bit here. Yeah, I haven't, you know, when I first did this flight, I thought, yeah, we'll do a little time acceleration to get down there in a hurry. I haven't touched it. Like, once you start, once you get to Mdano and you start flying this approach, things go by like really super fast. And it's like I was saying, you do kind of get a little bit task saturated just being single pilot, and the aircraft are becoming so complex now. There's so much stuff going on. Just power back a little bit. Pop some speed brakes as well. Like to get her down to at least 170 knots if we can. That should be good. Go ahead and drop some flaps as well and disengage the yaw damper.
Autopilot.
And the autopilot. Oh, there we go. American 396. He's kind of dinking around here. I don't know. I'm really not sure what he's doing. But he's flying around. He's circling around here in the pattern to the north of the field. That's been a problem for a while. Like, you see AI aircraft doing crazy stuff. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe the new mod that they're working on for the AI traffic will fix that. But nonetheless, he's doing some crazy stuff. I saw it happening really bad outside Chicago one time over Lake Michigan. Like, there were tons of AI aircraft doing all kind of janky things. Like, basically, like, I could have swore I saw one do a barrel roll. Like, I don't know what they were doing or what they had going on, but it was interesting to say the least. There, we got to pull the power back. We got a little bit fast on that. There we go. It's a little better now. All right, let's go ahead and drop gear. Hit full flaps. Another envoy out ahead of us. Must be a departure. All right, watch our speed because this is really going to come off now. Watch our descent here as well. It's starting to get a little laggy on me. I don't know why. This is new to me. Like I haven't experienced a lot of lag in the sim lately, and now all of a sudden I am. So I don't know. Maybe it's stuff loading in. Feel like we got just a hair low. Looks like we got 1 white and 3 red. So. There we go. That looks a little better, getting fast. So now that speed back. A little bit low. We'll add some power in. Whoa, I don't know what that was about. Like it keeps wanting to like bump up for some reason. I don't know what that's about. What the hell is going on with this thing? That's really odd. So like I said, every time I fly this, you don't know what sim you're going to get. Like what kind of weirdness or different things are going to be happening with it. It never fails.
500.
Yeah, she seems to stabilize a little bit. All right, gear down, 3 green, full flaps. 125 knots. I want to keep it a little bit fast since it's kind of flying a little bit weird to me. Like it doesn't seem like it wants to fly right, but we'll keep going with it. Also, another thing that was different with this plane originally is that it had thrust reversers. The real plane does not. So, yeah, there she goes. She's wanting to bump up again. I don't know why she keeps bumping up. We'll see. There we go. We're down. We made it. We'll just let her roll on out. That wasn't too bad. And, you know, I see some improvements since the original release of the game, and there's still some other things that go on that I'm not quite sure about, you know? I don't know. Now, we landed this guy on 18 right. Technically, I guess we should have done it like on 17 left because that would have been closer to the corporate ramp, the general aviation and stuff like that. So now basically we have to cross over the entire airfield. That was something else I learned after that flight. Someone left a message, told me where GA is at. So that was cool. I always love getting little tips and pointers and things of that nature. Because like I said, I'm not a real life pilot. You know, I'm just an aviation enthusiast, a flight simmer. I've been a flight simmer for many years, but I'm most definitely not a real life pilot. So anyway, instead of taxiing all the way over to the corporate ramp, I think we're going to end it here because scenery kind of sucks at this airport. They don't even have the bridges over the highway like there is in real life. So we're going to end it here. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe, ring that bell. All that stuff is greatly, greatly appreciated. Like I said, it really does help the channel grow, and it helps us figure out content and stuff like that as far as what we're going to do for you. And with all that said, we will catch you guys in the air next time. Peace.